Okay, in this chapter we'll talk about how do you actually master these skills in the school for your future. So actually when you touch the book here, of course, you know that you are learning all the strategies and skills and professionalism techniques. So this is basically the foundation here, and also this class is very important since this gives you a lot of basic techniques and tools you will need for any engineering area. So how do you how can you be successful? You always have to be in the class almost every day, every time, and sometimes you have to try to go to the extra mile. You have to do whatever you need to do. You have to just go beyond your minimum requirement, right? So you also have to pay attention, just like how you do in the class. You have to do the same in the workplace. You must have to, attention to your supervisor, your instructor. Okay, whenever you might ask question, you have to solve the problem before asking for the help, because you always see a question, you first try to solve it before you ask the question or help. Okay, ask for help. So try your best to solve it. If you cannot, then probably you can ask for help, but you always try your best, and you try to be dependable. Most of the time you should try that other people will depend on you instead of you relying on somebody else to get the help or to get the job done. You always try your best to finish it yourself so that everybody else can follow you, they can depend on you, they can rely you, trust you. Okay? And in the class also, you should help others. You should help your friends, not before before and after the test, of course, right? And in the job place, workplace, you also do the same. You become a good team player, just to show them that you are somebody they need for their own team. It's like a win-win game, because you just show that you need them and they also need you, just to make sure. So, and similarly in the class, you just always try to finish your assignment in time, all assignments. Similarly in job place, you always try to maximize your performance, finish all the assignments that you have for the day as much as you can every day. And all the that's also, this is very important, because you can always take all the criticism from your supervisors, sometimes from your peers, as a positive manner, and use it to improve your performance. Okay, don't take it personal. Whatever they tell you, I'm saying you are not probably doing this, that, whatever. Just try, see whether you can overcome that barriers, whatever obstacles you have. So you always try to improve yourself, and you can always disagree, right? You can always disagree, you can always discuss, but make sure, you talk, but make sure it's not personal something, it doesn't become personal. And all the disagreements you can keep private instead of just, raising the voice in front of 100 people, right? So, let's see whether we can answer some of the questions here to assess ourselves as a successful student, and also successful professional in our job place. These are the basic strategies. Okay. So what we can do here is we can summarize what we read in this lecture. We can stick to a very strict schedule as much as we can, and we can write down questions if we have any. We can ask the right person. But make sure before you ask for help, you find the answer and you try your best to find it. And you can always try some and practice some potential questions, practice some questions, and also apply some techniques, new techniques sometimes. Try to see whether you can find a better solutions. Okay. Let's say for an example, what might be your study strategies before you come for the test or exam? What do? You just read the notes. Whatever note you have for each and every chapter, you study on a regular basis, right? You ask for help when you need it, but make sure you try your best for You relate your whatever you learn in the class to your job. You always do your best in all the classes, all the assignments, for all the homework, and you always re-study again the materials based on the test and homework, because we keep forgetting, right? So we practice again before the test just to make sure we review ourselves, we refresh ourselves, we know the material. And again, remember, all these things require self-discipline, okay, which is also a skill that allows all of us consciously to take control of our choices, decisions, actions, and behaviors, because we have a lot of choices in life, right? And our choices are the ones which make ourselves, okay, that basically lead you to the destination that you are trying to reach. The choices are extremely important, and this is also a skill actually to consciously take control of your all the actions, decisions. So what you can actually do to assess yourself at the beginning to see whether you are in the right place or you are doing right, okay? So to do that, we ask this question to ourselves, and if the answer to all these questions are yes, that means we are doing right. If any of the answer is no, that means we need to work on it. Number one, do you consistently arrive everywhere, in the class, in the job place, right? Every day, in the right time? Do you consistently arrive all the appointments, try to reach appointments in time? Do you always try to return the phone calls, emails, all sort of, as much as is possible? I'm not saying, okay, just reply whenever you're in the class, but, whenever you get a chance, try to reply the messages, try to reply the emails, if it's possible. Do we arrive the social events in time? That's not something professional, but still we have some commitments as well, right? We also follow through the promises we make with somebody else, with our friends, with our colleagues, with our peers, with our supervisors, right? With our instructors. So that means what? If you have a self-discipline, you are actually managing your time, right? Efficiently, and that's what we need. Now, we still have some challenges. After all the effort we have, we still have some challenges that sometimes stop us to reach our goal. We have to acknowledge it, but we try always our best to overcome these challenges. Number one, emergencies, because nobody has any control on emergencies. We have the emergencies, we will have emergencies, so we have to accommodate our schedule sometimes. We have phone calls which might be extremely important, we cannot avoid it. We have sometimes poor planning, no planning, that's also make us fail. We are probably taking too much load, we cannot handle, we have to adjust that as well. We are probably not organized as much as we need to. Organization helps us a lot, because sometimes it's easy to, it takes a little bit to organize, but once we get organized, it's really easy to control the things. Inefficient use of technologies. We have so many technologies, but it's always important to use those carefully, okay, and consciously, because if you are not using the technologies efficiently, you are wasting too much time, right? You are doing everything inefficiently. You might be reaching your goal, but it will take a long time than compared to what you should be able to. And last one is the Facebook, because we use Facebook, similar website. I'm not talking only about the Facebook. Similar other websites like Twitter and other websites. We have to make sure that we do these, and we also manage our time, right? So that's all we have for chapter 1 and 5 from this book. This is a different book than the book we are using for our math problems, okay? The name of the book is Successful Technician, and we just covered 2 chapters from the book. This is chapter 1 and chapter 5.